Yes, sir. Welcome to the Two Trill Show on Rock the Bells Radio. This is the tour edition. You know what I'm saying? The reason I say it's the tour edition is because everybody on the show is actually on tour this week. Truck is on the road with Cash Page, amazing young artist. She's a very dope MC, got a nice little following. So Truck is on the road with her. DJ Damo, our man behind the Trill Wheels of Steel, is on tour with Scarface, and definitely want to send a shout out to Scarface for being strong enough to get back out there and get on the road, give the people what they want. They really just want to see him and know he's all right, but they want to hear that music too, and it's a blessing that he's strong enough to get out there and do that right now. And we're on the road right now. Myself, Miss Freeman, and Bone. You know, we're on the road. We actually on the same tour with Damo and Mr. Scarface himself. You know, it's the Legends of Hip Hop tour. We did Kansas City and St. Louis this weekend, and you know, a lot of my good fellow friends on the show. Too Short is on the show. Mystical, you know, of course, Scarface. I said Twister, myself, and some brothers represent Memphis, Tennessee. We're gonna bring them in a minute. I'm sure if you know we talking about Legends of Hip Hop, you know exactly which legends we talking about. So coming direct from Orange Mound, we'll bring these brothers up in a few minutes and talk to them about, you know, how life is treating them. Thank you so much, my brother. They just gave me a T-shirt, too. That's Trill. But we'll be right back, and we will bring our very special guest to the stage right here on the Two Trill Show on Rock the Bells Radio. Let's go ahead and play some music so they know what we talking about. Welcome back to the Two Trill Show, Rock the Bells Radio. A lot of bud being broken down, a lot of gauze being bust open.
Yes, man.
The tobacco dumped out, and
yes, most definitely.
By the looks of it, man, you know these guys are ready to go. You know they in their comfort zone right now, as far as I can tell. Yeah. These brothers are hip hop legends, Southern music icons, coming straight out of Memphis, Tennessee, by way of Orange Mound. My contemporaries, some of my favorite artists in the game, period, and also I like to say good friends and brothers of mine. Friendship lasts almost 30 years, man, and we still here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Former neighbors.
Exactly. The illustrious A Ball and MJG. How y'all doing, man?
Yes.
What it do, man?
Yes.
Oh, man, we blessed, man. Thank y'all so much for taking time out of your schedule to come and chop it up with me, man. I promise not to keep y'all too long, but I got a few questions. I'm sure most people know a lot of things, but I was always curious. Y'all met in middle school, they say.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. And y'all knew in the 7th grade that y'all wanted to rap? Or were y'all just friends at that time?
We were just partners.
Yeah, really just partners at the time. Yep, at that time.
Took a couple of classes together. We was in the band together. And we both had the love for the hip-hop and the music. And we both was rapping and beatboxing. And it was actually the opposite. The fat guy was rapping. And the skinny guy was
Which is
beatboxing.
crazy. At the time, that was really what big dudes did in hip hop.
Exactly.
You know, we had a couple of MCs, Heavy D, Chubb Rock.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what made us an oddity.
But so the big guy was rapping and the little guy was beatboxing.
Yeah.
So when did y'all decide to like actually make yourselves a group and start trying to put music out? When did y'all decide to go from just doing it behind the scenes, like, man, fuck it, let's go for it for real?
I don't know, man. Probably like toward the end of high school, you know, like all through junior high and during high school, you know, we were doing stuff like getting in talent shows and doing stuff like that. But I say toward the end of high school, you know, we really kind of felt like, you know, this could be something, you know. So we kind of started trying to shoot to really do stuff like tapes and, you know, and stuff like that, man. You know, just started trying to do projects and stuff, and it was around about that time, man. You know, we just gave it a shot, man.
Wait for it. I know that's right. So y'all dropped the first one in 91, right? That was the...
Yeah, listen to the lyrics.
That's in 91. So that's 30 years.
Oh, definitely.
This year.
Definitely, yeah.
That's amazing, man.
That was the year we graduated from high school.
I graduated in 91, too.
Already.
Yeah.
That song came out the summer we graduated from high school.
That's amazing.
Well, really, it was before that because...
before we were still in school.
Yeah,
man.
we were still in school. I went to my graduation when Listen to the Lyrics was on the radio.
That's dope.
Yeah. So
That's dope. My career didn't start till after graduation.
Oh, really?
We was making music. You know, we decided we wanted to be a group, but it wasn't until after graduation when we actually really started going into the studio and like really trying to make an album. But that's the intro to you guys in the music world. But of course, we're gonna come back and talk about what is regarded as the seminal debut album. It's coming out hard, the hip hop classic album. We're gonna come back and chop it up about that. We're gonna play some music right quick if that's all right from you guys, right here on the Two Trill Show on Rock the Bells Radio. Let's do it, baby. Welcome back to the Two Trill Show on Rock the Bells Radio. With our special guests, of course, it's the tour edition. You know what I'm saying? With our special guests, A Ball and MJG. So you guys dropped your first project, listen to the lyrics in 91. And at some point, you guys hook up with Suave House. How does that come together? Because I remember Tony at the old record store back in the day off Beach Nut between Club Creek and Corporate. And this is 1991, so if you know anything about Club Creek and Corporate on the southwest side of Houston at the time, it was really, really jumping. On the block.
Shout out to Beach Nut.
Beach Nut.
And I remember Tony saying, man, I'm working with this group, man. We about to drop something, man. And how did y'all end up linking with Tony and Suave House and making that move?
Man, through mutual friends in Memphis.
Right.
In Memphis, a couple of cats we went to school with and everything, and they really was already cool with Drake. And, and they made the introduction, like Drake was hearing the music down there and everything.
Right.
He was coming back and forth to Memphis. And that's how I hooked up, from there, mutual friends.
Just crazy because it's kind of how we got started, right? The guy that signed us was the same way. He was working in a record store, wanted to get into the music business. Yeah. We walked in one day, and he had signed, say he was looking for demos. We drove back to the crib, got the demo, drove back and got it to him. And the rest is history. I just think it's crazy that both of these groups started, from people who
same thing.
That's why people hold us in that regard, And
everywhere we used to go, people would ask us where y'all was.
Yeah, man.
Like people knew because we didn't meet each other probably for like 2-3 years after we both started. But I'm talking about everywhere I went. The assumption was that UGK and A Ball and MJG. MJG was partners and we was clicked up.
Exactly.
And everywhere we would go, we'd see y'all 8x10 glass on the wall at the record store or at the one stop. I'd be like, damn, we just missed them. They're like, yeah, they was here last week. And man, it's just amazing that we've made it so far. Man, talk about this album cover for coming out hard, man. Whose idea was it to make the Lexus convertible, man? Was that Pen and Pixel idea or whose idea was that?
The Lexus was all,
it was supposed to be the actual
It wasn't out
Lexus,
the shop yet.
But it wasn't out the shop.
On the outside looking in was the actual Lexus.
That was the actual Lexus.
That's crazy.
But they had to do the Pen and Pixel on
the
coming
first,
out hard because it wasn't out the shop.
It wasn't out the shop.
That's crazy.
Shout out to that boy JB, young James Inslee.
James
man.
Inslee.
You hear me, man?
JB.
Man,
the actual owner
of the
drop top Lexus.
Yeah, of the Lexus.
Well, thank God that Pen and Pixel was able to put something together in time because, I in my opinion, right, I feel like it really set off a chain reaction in terms of album artwork. You know what I'm saying?
That was one of the things that made people, how people don't believe stuff until they see it, especially with a lot of what we do. And when people saw that junk in real life, they was like, "Oh, it do exist."
Okay,
right.
I think we might have took it to a Jack the Rapper in Florida or something one time, man. And boy,
people thought it was just a game the whole time because it was a Pen and Pixel cover,
man,
and then y'all pull up in that thing.
And oh my God, boy,
man, I love it, man. We're gonna take a little break. These fellas is rolling up a little something. I want to make sure they get their head right. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be right back right here on the Two Trill Show on Rock the Bells Radio. Let's go, Dumbo. Welcome back, man, to the Two Trill Show on Rock the Bells Radio. See, this is my era. Man. This is literally my era. Like, when I was outside doing it originally in my younger years, long time ago, Young Bun. Everybody doesn't know Uncle Bun nowadays. But this is the era the Young Bun was out there in the streets with y'all, man. To make it this far, man, how does it feel to kind of look back on your legacy as artists and reflect on everything y'all done, everything y'all seen? It really surprises me how much of what we did back then these young cats actually know about. A lot of these young cats, people like to say they don't know the history of the culture. That may be in other regions, but as far as where I'm from and what I represent, I get respect and acknowledgement all the time from the young people coming up, the next generation artists. I would assume that that's the same for y'all as well, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, most definitely.
Definitely. Everywhere, really, man. They
it's a blessing, man.
Yeah, they look at it. It's dope to be one of the artists that can transcend and move through the generations like that, man.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't.
Yeah, through decades.
It's just
because we all start to become part of a different league now.
Yes.
This is a different league when you get. We are all going into unknown territory right now.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So, we just playing it by ear now, man.
And it's crazy, man, that, that not only are we all still here, that now we get to because I look back at the time, we was all on the road together at the same time. Like Scarface was out on the road. UGK was out on the road. A Ball and MJG was out on the road. Twista was out on the road. Yeah. But we never toured together.
Yeah.
They never really, nobody had the presence of mind to say, let me take these groups and put them all together. It took literally 25 years for somebody to make sense of this, And I think about all the opportunities that we miss. For one, the main thing I feel like Southern artists, we didn't really get a chance to take advantage of merch like a lot of people, because we did a lot of club days. Everything for us was club days. And now I don't want to knock that because I've been able to build relationships and do shows with the same promoters for 15, 20 years. I've been knowing Stokes. It'll be 30 years of me doing shows with Stokes in Jackson, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in the same way that as musicians with our albums, we had to navigate outside of what everybody else was doing, even with touring. We had to do shows and different, it took years for Southern Rap. I know for myself to get in the House of Blues. You know what I'm saying? To start doing shows in basketball stadiums and shit like that.
That's why we wasn't never together, because one group, y'all by y'allself gonna fill up the biggest club in every city that you go to. Yeah. So the promoters couldn't do A Ball and G and a UGK on the same night because they couldn't afford it.
Right. Yeah. And it's the same audience too, right?
Same audience.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to get no extra money if you book us both, but you got to break bigger bread. I never looked at it like that.
Back to back, though.
Always back to back.
Bun them was just last week or coming next week.
That's crazy, man. And we had so much respect for y'all as a group, man, and we just really liked how y'all moved, and it took us way too long to get to know each other and meet each other, man. But once we did, it was jumping off. When we come back, I want to talk about proximity, because there was a time when, as G mentioned earlier, we was practically neighbors in Houston. We had some good times, man. We're going to talk a little bit about that when we come back right here on the Two Trill Show on Rock the Bells Radio. Welcome back to the Two Trill Show on Rock the Bells Radio. Use the coffin in here. We just cheap on big smoke. Now, if y'all listen to UGK records and Bun B records, at one point y'all might have heard of me working with a group called the Middle Fingers, right? My partner Big Mun, Band IT, Kilo, Bam, Danger Ray, KS, and myself. We used to have a rap group together. You go out there, you can YouTube and Google some of that music, MDDLFNGZ. We made some great music together at the Manger, which was the crib we used to have. And it's amazing because right down the street, literally a block down the street, A Ball and MJG, the Suave House studio was right there. Now, at the time, and I think we could talk about this because I think we passed the statute of limitations and all that. It was the trap. We was trapping out of the spot, but we were still making music too. Yeah. And so at the time, it was the weed trap, and certain people would come by and visit us, you know what I'm saying? Not saying they came by and purchased nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't say
that.
Just
visit.
But would come by and visit, man, and it was amazing to have y'all down the street. I felt like we really got to know each other as people during that time, because we wasn't at shows, we wasn't out in front of people. We was just really just kind of chilling. And y'all come by the house and we have some music and play music for y'all, and we'll come down there with y'all. And I remember that's where I met Twista. And I remember Mix called me and say, "Hey man, we recording Twista at the studio tonight." Shout out to Twista, who's on this tour with us as well. And I was like, "Man, I want to come. I need to see it." like I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because I had heard Twister and all this amazing lyrical ability and skill he had. Yeah. But I was like, man, I want to see it. Yeah. And I remember I walked down there at about, probably about 9 o'clock at night. And I walked down to the house and I watched that man rap, and I was like, he can really rap. But I didn't know if it was a studio trick, like they was recording him at the music a little slower and then pitching it up or whatever.
You got to see it.
Hey, man, that shit was incredible, bro. And I never would have seen that had y'all not been up the block. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing, man. And y'all was the best of neighbors too. I will say,
man.
Y'all wouldn't come empty-handed.
Each other a lot.
Yeah, and nobody came empty-handed, man. Those are the kind of neighbors you won't have. It was nice to be able to come and get some milk if I needed some milk.
Yeah, some eggs and some milk, some things like that.
We had a couple of cows, but every now and then they dry up. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what you said.
But I don't think that people. Artists get a lot of times to really get to know each other as people. We always in concert venues and clubs and in mixed company, and everybody feel like they got to look a certain way, act a certain way sometimes, or move a certain way. You got to keep your head on the shiver, man. But I'm really lucky to have been able to call y'all friends. You know what I'm saying? To get to know y'all as people because y'all fun dudes, y'all funny people, man. And, I don't think people realize how much fun we have together because in the videos and all the shit, the pictures, everything is so serious. But, man, we be having fun, man.
Exactly,
like this tour we doing, man, we be having fun, man. You know what?
It's all fun.
We actually really friends. I don't know about these other rappers and how they moving. Yeah. And look, if you can get your check, it don't matter. I done made money with people I don't like before. That's cool. But it's a whole lot better to make money with your friends, man. And we gonna play some music. Look, we gonna play some more A Ball and MJG music, so y'all can get some spins and get some revenues, so I can make some money with my friends right here.
I know that's right.
And we'll be right back right here on the show on Rock the Bells Radio, baby. Man, welcome back to the Two Trill Show right here on Rock the Bells Radio. We are actually broadcasting live from St. Louis, Missouri. Like I said, this is the tour edition because we're on the road. So we want to thank Overtime Studios and My City, My Music for holding us down and making this happen.
Yes, sir.
Is y'all weed? Is this local weed y'all got?
No. This might.
You got that jar I got. I got one of them jars too from Buddy.
I don't know where it's from.
These are mixed
This ain't from here though.
Yeah, these are all this mixed stuff.
They look like the jar.
City.
They look like the jar. Yeah, I got in another city.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It might be the same.
Different city, same state. We not trafficking, so don't go there.
Man.
But man, friend of folk, like I always wanted to ask y'all about that. That might be my favorite moment.
Oh, really?
Because it put a lot of different people from a lot of different areas together. That was a big song, man. Like at that time, man, that was like one of the hardest songs. Gee, I mean, you was on another level on that, man. What was it like putting everybody together? Because Mike was the homie, Mac Mall's the homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it like putting that song together? This is me as a rap fan.
Oh, really? Man, it was a great experience.
It was a great experience, and it happened kind of smoothly, kind of quickly.
It was all smooth.
Than a lot of other songs, it would have seemed like it would have took a lot, but.
What was the studio on Hillcroft everybody used to go to?
Digital
Services.
We recorded it at Digital.
Wow.
Mac Mall. It's a story behind everything.
Of course.
Mac Mall was still a baby, but super dope, man. I might have been the biggest fan of Mac Mall. Illegal Business, was that the name of the first album?
Yes, absolutely. He was so good, man.
Oh my God, that music and then he was way before his time with that album, man.
It really was.
Yeah, and we used to ride around bumping that shit, and we always made it a point to try to mess with people that we be listening to. That's how
we wound up
MC Breed on the album. We used to listen to him all the time.
Right.
But man, Mac Mall got super drunk. That was the first time we had to pay for a hotel room because Mac Mall threw up everywhere. I'm going to tell y'all the real tonight. Mac Mall threw up everywhere, man. I'm talking about everywhere, man. Drinking with E40. Whatever
Look,
one
hey,
of his mixtures was, I
that
don't know what it
hurricane,
was.
when
bro.
the hurricane, slurry, hey,
Slurricane.
let me tell you something. I learned that very early in this game.
Yes.
Do not try to drink with the brothers from Vallejo.
None of them.
Bila and E4, don't even put
do
yourself
it.
in that
That's
position.
what they do.
Now, me and Earl, you know, that's one of my old drinking partners right
They
there.
get down. Him and Pimp Hard, the video.
Yes.
When Earl was there, it was 9 in the morning. Guess what they were doing? Drinking yak.
Yes.
Now,
Straight up. It was going down.
top three rappers that could drink. Noriega, MJG, and
I don't know who else, man. And 40.
It's 40. It's got to be 40.
I mean, 40.
It's got to be 40.
Tier.
It's got to be 40. Before, I feel like 40 cheating. I feel like 40 cheating because he's a much bigger dude. He can absorb a lot more liquor. Like, because I've seen Nori try to drink for 40 before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a tussle.
Yeah, I could imagine.
That was a tussle.
I could imagine them two.
Yeah.
We got drunk with Nori in Japan.
Yeah.
The first time I hung with either one of them dudes, that was the first thing they did was get us drunk.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like they used to drink them big. 40 of them used to drink them big. What is it? Ernest Gallo? What is it called?
Yeah. Ernest and Julio.
Ernest and Julio. Them big old jugs.
Yeah,
man, they each had one of them, man, and they was started mixing up the hurricane shit, and they was smoking on the best
weed.
weed.
You remember when
Big
the hotel next door to the
Ooh,
House
that
of
Rossi.
Blues?
Martini and Rossi.
The hotel next door to the House of Blues was the Mondrian in L.A.
Yep.
With the big doors. 40 of them had a hurricane party one night when it was in the jugs before it made it to, you know what
Like
I'm saying?
in the bottles.
When they was mixing it themselves. Everybody in that party, man, from 2 hours later, it was a different party, man. Straight up. 2 hours, man.
I got to get Earl on here and talk about that, man. I had some great
She's
great
the king
time.
of the drink, man. I don't think nobody could get with her.
No, I think pound for pound,
pound for pound.
he's the one, man.
Earl
Shout out to
hard.
Earl, man. Man, thank y'all so much for just coming on here. I didn't want to get too deep into making albums and thought. I just wanted to talk to my partners.
Already.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having us.
Burn a little
Thank you.
weed and
Thank
just,
you.
you know,
Thank
we out of town, you know.
Already.
Just trying to have a good time, man. But we are fans of y'all's, man. I love y'all like brothers. I'm so happy that we all still here, you know, making music, making money, getting high, doing what we love, man. For real. Thank y'all so much for coming on here. Y'all don't know that these are my brothers. These are like, I'm big fans of these people, but I'm also like, I consider them family.
It's mutual, man. I don't mean to cut you off, man.
No, for sure.
Long live Pimp C, man.
Man.
You know,
Long live the Pimp.
I got a man. I got partners at home, man. Back when Pocket Full of Stone used to be out, man, nigga thought he was Pimp C, man. For real, man. I'm telling you, man. But I man, the love is mutual, boss. Straight
Thank y'all so much, man. And thank y'all for tuning in because we believe y'all are family too. We'll see y'all next week. Same Trill time, same Trill channel right here on the Two Trill Show on Rock the Bells Radio. Give them one to go, Damo.